for his pound of flesh.
Hey, what's going on YouTube land? This is your boy TJ and welcome to my YouTube channel, Wrestling Nostalgia, where I give my reviews on the WWE shows and PLE events. And today we are going to be reviewing SmackDown, April 5th, 2024. So let's go ahead and get right into it, right? We opened up the show with the KO show, Kevin Owens, and he introduced Randy Orton, his guest, and he comes out. KO asks Randy Orton how unlikable is Logan Paul. So he says, you know, I gotta disagree with you guys. So this is when, before he can really get his statement out, Logan Paul appears on the Tykatron, and this is when he says, oh, look at you guys looking like Tweedledee and Tweedledum, looking like two toddlers in the sandbox. Y'all spending time on the KO show, and I'm out here building empires and this, that, and the third. And you know what? At WrestleMania, I'm going to retain my U.S. Championship belt. So this is when KO says, you talking a lot of crap from across the street. So as they going back pondering about, you know, going out to see him and, you know, wrecking shop, they end up going up the ramp of the crowd. And this is when Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are hot on their heels. They ended up driving in a... They wound up driving, not in a car, but in a golf cart. I'm like, are you serious? Y'all driving over there? And that's where that segment ends. In this next match, it is the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. And it was okay. It was pretty entertaining. I ain't gonna lie, I really wanted Ricochet to win, but thanks to JD, the Judgment Day member, he came in and foiled his plans on winning the Battle Royal. So, of all people, it was the final four, which was Tozawa, Otis, Bronson Reed, and Ivar. First, Otis, he was on fire and he did his rendition of the worm. He winds up getting eliminated by Ivar, and then Ivar also eliminates Tozawa, picking him up and throwing him. That landing looked gnarly. Oh my goodness, I hope Tozawa is okay. He looked like he landed face first out on the floor. It looked horrific. I hope I didn't see any leakage or anything, but hopefully he's okay. But anyways, it was down to the final two, which was Ivar and Bronson Reed. These two guys went back and forth, hustling and tussling each other around the ring. Ivar, for whatever reason, he wanted to do his rendition of the moonsault, which he calls the doomsault. He misses. Then he ends up getting eliminated. So yes, Bronson Reed won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and he is the winner. Also, the Final Testament did a promo, and he says that the truth is they didn't want Bobby Lashley on the card, not that they didn't have anything for him, and because of the feud that he's carrying with the Pride, aka Bobby Lashley's team, that's the reason why they're on the WrestleMania card, so you can thank him. I don't know about that, but I am glad that y'all guys are on the WrestleMania card. He said that at WrestleMania, he's going to be lighting them up with shots and this, that, and the third, and that remains to be seen. We'll see what's going to happen at WrestleMania. In this next segment, it is Logan Paul. And he says, all I see when I look at you guys in the audience is a bunch of idiots. So no wonder why, you cheer for Randy Orton and KO. You guys are just alike, a bunch of losers, and all this other stuff. He rants and raves. So he says that he's playing chess and y'all are playing checkers. He laid out a perfectly executed plan to take out Randy Orton and KO at the Allstate Arena. So then he asked the cameraman to pan over to the WrestleMania stage where Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are at, I guess, to allegedly beat down KO and Randy. So when the camera pans off, they're nowhere to be found. It's only Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. So I guess that plan went to foil. So this is when the camera pans off to the ringside, and here comes KO, here comes Randy. So this is when Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are trying to tell him to look behind him. He tries to run off. He doesn't get far. KO ends up beating him up. Then he gets beat up in the ring. He gets a stunner and RKO. And that ends that segment. This next segment, it is Carlito and Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee is found beaten down and beat up. And I'm not going to lie, this is a little bit too reminiscent of that Trish Stratus before her championship match, and she was taken out. So I think they're doing a repeat of this, and I do feel like Carlito is behind this. And I meant to say this last week too, that when Rey Mysterio announced Dragon Lee for his tag team partner, Carlito did look kind of disgusted a little bit, but he tried to hide like a brave face. But Carlito is going to turn heel. I don't know if it's going to be at WrestleMania and they do a repeat of Clash at the Castle when they did that with Dominic Mysterio. I don't know, but I do know at some point very soon, Carlito is not going to be a face for very long. I always felt like he thrived more as a heel, and I really do want to see heel Carlito come back. And I do want to see him win some championships. There ain't no point of him coming back if he ain't going to win nothing. So mind you, this is right before Zelina Vega's match with Elektra. So they in the process about to have their match. So Elektra comes out with Santos, of course. So this is when Andrade comes out with Dominic. And I'm just like, oh wow, these cards are stacked against Zelina real bad. So they had their match. It was pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie to it. Was kind of a little botchy a little bit. I remember with certain moves that, you know, she were doing, and I was like, I don't know if they aren't like used to like fighting each other. That's why it kind of fell off a little bit, but it was slightly off. But they both did the best of what they could do, and she did like a hammerlock DDT, which is actually Andrade's move. She pins her, but of course Dom is like distracting the referee as he always do. So this is when Ray takes him off the apron, and then they wind up fighting on the outside. So then this is when Elektra takes advantage and hits her electric shock, I think it's called, and she wins the match. So after the match, of course, Dominic beats up on Rey Mysterio, and this is when Andrade turns on Dominic and Santos, and he is standing alongside Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio. That actually took me by surprise. I was not, expecting Andrade to turn face or be a full-fledged face, and it looks like to me he got a new partner now. So, and I am so excited for this. This is the big three. Yes, it is Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi. They had their segment. This is when Bianca Belair says that, she was fighting for her life and trying to fight off Damage Control for about the past 2 years, and she kind of wanted to give up. So this is when Naomi said, yeah, they was turning you every which way but loose. They had you here, they had you there. And then she said, wait a minute, now hold on. She said they would beat you up too. So Bianca Belair says that Damage Control was not expecting their tag team partner to come out and help them. And now they have a WrestleMania tag team partner. And they introduced Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill comes out with this epic entrance that I love so much. And if I'm not mistaken, they're all kind of dressed up in this cowgirl aesthetic. I noticed that, and I think they're kind of playing on the whole Beyonce thing, because she had a country album, quote unquote. Beyonce says it's not a country album, it's a Beyonce album, and she has country elements in it. So I think they're kind of playing on that. But anyway, make a long story short, Jade Cargill comes out and she tells Bianca and Naomi thank you, and that I want to give a shout out to Damage Control, because these And it looked like she was about to say the B word, but that's when Naomi and Bianca was like, hey. She's like, okay, these women got stepped on and stepped over so that way I could show the WWE universe of what Jade Cargill is all about. And at WrestleMania, she's going to show why there is no damage control. I cannot wait to see their match. I'm like super excited to see Jade Cargill in the ring so that way she can prove that her naysayers wrong, that she does belong in the WWE ring. She is an amazing athlete, contrary to belief, and I can't wait to see what she's going to bring to the WrestleMania stage. In this next segment, it is Rey Mysterio, Andrade, and Zelina. They all rejoice and are happy that Andrade picked Rey Mysterio's side and Zelina. So this is when the referee comes in and said that Dragon Lee is not going to make it, is not medically cleared to be his WrestleMania opponent. So this is when Zelina said, you can't take both of them on at WrestleMania. So this is when Andrade, of course, he lends out a helping hand to be his tag team partner at WrestleMania. This is when Carlito comes in. He says, hey, you know that Dragon Lee is not going to make it. Before he can say that, this is when Zelina finishes his statement and says that, oh yeah, we know that Dragon Lee is not medically clear, but Andrade is going to be his tag team partner. So if Andrade ends up all of a sudden getting beat up or beat down or something like that along the lines, it's going to be more than obvious that it was Carlito. Like, come on now. Like, in this next match, it is New Catch Republic versus Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. They had a pretty standard back and forth match. They put on a really competitive matchup, but unfortunately for Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, they did not come out with the victory. New Catch Republic both hit a double team move, which is called their Burning Hammer, I believe. And 1, 2, 3, they won the match. But after the match, Judgment Day lays waste to them, and they are sending a message at WrestleMania. They're going to retain their tag team championships. In this next segment, it is the Pride, aka Bobby Lashley's team. And B-Fab says that it's been a wash, rinse, repeat of attack us from behind, attack us from behind, attack us from behind. And at WrestleMania, that ends. Bobby Lashley says that, hey, you guys want us to meet you at the dark side? We're going to meet you there. So we're going to see how everything goes at WrestleMania between the Final Testament and the Pride. In this next segment, it is a promo with LA Knight. He says that at WrestleMania, he's going to go against the one they call the Phenomenal One. And he says that he believes that he is phenomenal at not showing up, phenomenal at running. And at WrestleMania, he's going to be phenomenal at getting stomped out by. And this is when he chokes on his gum. And he says, he says he is stomped out by the mega star, LA Knight. It was funny because, like, he's like, I'm like, what just happened here? So he actually choked on his gum, and I didn't really notice until now. Somebody said something on Twitter about it, and I was just like, what in the world? To make a long story short, he basically says at WrestleMania he's going to get a phenomenal beatdown with everybody saying LA Knight. In this next match, it is Jey Uso versus his brother, Solo Sikoa. They had a pretty standard back and forth match. I'm not going to lie, I kind of already knew the result of this. So towards the end of the match, this is when Jimmy Uso, of course, because he ruins everything, he comes out after Jey Uso hits the big splash on Solo Sikoa, and he ends up causing the disqualification. I'm guessing that Jey Uso won by DQ. He ends up beating up on his twin brother. But this is when Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes comes out and wreck shop. But instead of just beating them up and that's it, they had a belt and they wore them out. Cody cuts a promo, and that ends that segment of SmackDown. This actually was pretty decent, to be honest. I feel like SmackDown last week was a lot better than this week. They kind of played it safe a little bit. Maybe if The Rock and Roman would have came, this would have been a little bit more exciting to me. But this was not a horrible show at all. I was thoroughly entertained. I just wish they would have turned it up a notch just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more fights backstage or something like that. I don't know. But to be honest, Raw kind of beat them out in this week's SmackDown. But comment down below, how did you feel about this Friday's SmackDown? Did you like it? Were you not here for it? Have been better for you, or just in between? Let me know. Like, share, and subscribe. Help me grow my channel. And thank you guys for all the subscriptions and everything like that. I am greatly for real appreciative of you guys helping me grow my channel and liking and commenting and everything like that, and boosting up the engagement and making me flow through the algorithm of YouTube. Thank you. And TJ, I'm out.